1939, when David O. Selznick of Gone with the Wind fame and the head of Selznick International Pictures contracted England's biggest director to come to Hollywood and direct films, they started a phenomenon that was a game changer for the whole industry. In Hollywood, before Hitch, Selznick was on top of the world and the producer was king, but Alfred Hitchcock brought with him a whole new way, philosophy, and process of filmmaking. His movies are innovative, stylistically edgy, and timeless. In this film, we will investigate just why he is considered the master of suspense and arguably the best director of his time. Sir Alfred Joseph Hitchcock was born on August 13, 1899 in Lexington-Stone, Essex, now a borough of London. He was the son of William and Emma Jane Hitchcock, who raised him in a strict Roman Catholic tradition. As a young child, Alfred was very precocious, and by the age of 11 years old, he was enrolled at the St. Ignatius College Secondary School. By the year 1914, Hitchcock was working for W.T. Henley's Telegraph Works Company Limited. It was there he honed his artistic skills, fell in love with the theater and cinema, and realized he wanted to be in films. The rest, as they say, is history. Before coming to America, Alfred Hitchcock had already made a name for himself with his hit film, The 39 Steps, made in 1935, which stars Robert De Niro and Madeleine Carroll. It is about an everyman civilian in London who becomes caught up in preventing an organization called the 39 Steps from stealing British military secrets.
What are the 39 steps? Come on, answer up! What are the 39 steps?
The 39 Steps is an organization of spies, collecting information on behalf of the Foreign Office of...
The 39 Steps was a cinematic success. It showcases some of the cinematography and unique directing style audiences came to love and expect from Alfred Hitchcock. He uses deep focus repeatedly, and in more German than American style, Hitchcock commonly used mise-en-scene filming as well as expressionism. His was the belief that the story was somewhat inconsequential and what was most important were the images, much more so than words. For instance, his actors were coached to have one expression on their face, move into another expression revealing plot, character, and motive.
He wanted fame, he wanted fortune, he wanted the right to make his own art in his own way, and he got all those things.
In Thompson and Bordwell's book, Film History and Introduction, the authors note this about Hitchcock's 1939 move to Hollywood. Delightful though Hitchcock's English thrillers are, they betrayed their low budget and technical limitations. Hitchcock wanted access to better studio facilities and to more dependable financing. In 1939, he signed a contract with David O. Selznick to make films in Hollywood, beginning with Rebecca, made in 1940, which won an Oscar for Best Picture. Hitchcock did well and stayed in the United States for most of his long career.
During the years between 1940 and 1945, Alfred Hitchcock made millions of dollars for both Selznick International and for Hollywood. He and his constant companion, wife, and writing partner Alma, whom he had met while living in Berlin, continued to collaborate on films, such as A Shadow of Doubt. During these years, Alfred Hitchcock was learning the industry. Camera work and cutting, perspectives, indifference to content, and what interested him was pure cinema. Some of his other great films during that period included Suspicion, Lifeboat, and Spellbound.
That's good.
Mr. Hitchcock, most critics have always considered Shadow of a Doubt, which you made in 1943, as your finest film.
Me too.
That is your opinion of it still?
Oh, no question.
In Shadow of a Doubt, of course, as in all Hitchcock films, your use of the camera has always been unique. The whole technical side of filmmaking, especially editing, has been a principal concern of yours. Would you be good enough to explain some of the basic methods?
The relationship between David O. Selznick and Alfred Hitchcock was a beneficial partnership for them both. On Selznick's side, he had something and somebody that everybody in Hollywood wanted, and he made lots of money for the studio. Hitchcock's creativity and different way of looking at situations was unique.
It really should be called assembly. Mosaic is assembling something to create a whole. Montage means the assembly.
Hitch knew what he wanted. He would draw out what he expected to see. He laid out the shots and pictures in his mind, and the world loved what he captured and presented. It still does. He was truly a Hollywood legend and a master of suspense.
Juxtaposition of image, a different idea. Now we have a close-up. Let me show you what he sees. Let's assume he saw a woman holding a baby in her arms. Now we cut back to his reaction to what he sees, and he smiles. Now what is he as a character? He's a kindly man. He's sympathetic. Now, let's take the middle piece of film away, the woman with the child, but leave his two pieces of film as they were. Now we'll put in a piece of film of a girl in a bikini. He looks, girl in a bikini, he smiles. What is he now? The dirty old man. He's no longer the benign gentleman who loves babies. That's the difference. That's what film can do for you.